Hey, what up, YouTube? Welcome to you already know where you at. We do it all. Today's episode coming from West Memphis, Arkansas. Got a little bit of time to kill, so like I said, we're gonna do one-on-ones on this channel too, so give y'all a little one-on-one video. But we're gonna be talking about leasing versus company. I told y'all we're gonna do that video, so let's get into it. New drivers want to know, hey, what's the difference between leasing a company? Y'all might have seen the videos out there already, you know what I'm saying? I got a little inside scoop, but I'm gonna give you my inside scoop because I've done both. So I'm gonna give you my take on it. And like I always say, trucking is what you make it. And the same thing goes for that. You go lease, it's what you make it. You go company, it's what you make it. Now, for me personally, for what I was told, when I asked somebody that was mentoring me, they pretty much broke it down, was like, I'm gonna kick it to you like this. Do you wanna spend your money, or do you wanna spend their money? Meaning, if you go lease, you're spending your money. If you go company, you're spending their money. So, that's pretty easy choice for me, but hey, that's just me. So let me break it down for you. Leasing versus company. We'll talk about leasing first. So you go in and you tell them, yeah, I want to do lease purchase, all that. And they'll say, oh yeah, for sure. And they're gonna draw you up a contract. I was gonna say a nice contract, but they're gonna draw you up a contract. And they're gonna give you a truck payment. We're gonna throw out some numbers. Let's just say your truck payment is, we even throw it on the low end. Let's say your truck payment is $600 a week, okay? So I'm say, yeah, your truck payment is $600 a week. You gotta pay for your Easy Pass. You gotta pay for your insurance, bobtail insurance. You gotta put a certain amount, let's just say we gonna put 3 cents a mile, let's say 5 cents a mile aside for maintenance. And let's see, you put some in your escrow, and then we're gonna have shoot, I forgot what it's called. But either way, you put a certain amount aside, and they say once every 2, 3, 6 months, we'll let you skip a truck payment. So you put this money aside, you build this account up, and say you take home time, you can skip this payment and that'll cover it. Okay, so that. And let's just say in a week, your payments is, let's, on the low end, because you know what I'm saying, we want y'all to, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But let's say your weekly payments is $1,000. That's what you got to give to the company, okay? So, in essence, every week you start off $1,000 in the hole, okay? So, in order to make a check for that week, you got to make $1,000 because that $1,000 is going straight to them. You ain't even going to see that. If you don't make that $1,000, you're in the negative. Whatever you fell short, you're in the negative, okay? But $1,000, that's easy, right? I mean, oh, let me back up. And we're going to give you $1.25 a mile because this is a good leasing company, so we're going to pay you. We're going to pay you $1.25 a mile. And your truck payment about $600, and all the other good stuff coming about $400. So your weekly bill is $1,000, okay? It's pretty good. Cause, hey, that's just one load, 1,000 miles. I'm in there, right? Right. Okay. So I get 2,000 miles for the week. I pay my $1,000 debt, and I pocket $1,000 because I'm making $1.25 a mile. Easy work. Wrong. What you're forgetting about, and what I left out on purpose, is the key factor, which is fuel. And that's where all your money gonna go. And I didn't put that in there because you can't really put a price tag on fuel. Okay, so you run that 1,000 mile load, you gonna spend every bit $400 in fuel. So that $1,000, guess what? That just went up to $1,400 for that 1,000 mile run you about to do. Okay, so now you still 400 in arrears, but I'm gonna get another 1,000 mile load behind that. We're gonna catch that up. Well, guess what? Now that's another $400 that you gotta put in the fuel tank. So now they went from 4 to 8. Now your bill is $1,800. You done ran 2,000 miles. You got $200. You done made. All right, you making money now. You got $200. You win there now. Oh crap! Win the game. But now I'm gonna run 3,000 miles because I need to make some money. Guess what? That's more fuel. That's more fuel you gotta use. Now I know some of you guys. Oh, we just play the fuel game, and we're gonna fuel up all that we need and all this other yada yada yada. That's what we call it. It's a bunch of BS, but we're gonna call it yada yada yada. Keep it kid friendly, which is okay. I mean, from what I've been told, that's how you do the lease. Play the fuel game, and what I'm saying, like whatever third. But either way, that's still money you spending. Now, when I was doing lease, for me now, and I'm running like crazy. I mean, I got a brand new truck, because they won't give you a brand new truck because they want you to make the payments on that. We don't want to pay for it. You pay for it. You drive it. You pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Do us a favor. So I had me a brand new truck. I think at the time it was a brand new. What year was that? 2018. 18. 19. One of those. Kenworth TC said, I'm talking about brand spanking new. My truck payments was $800 a week though. And I was making $1.05 a mile. And I was running. But what I come to find out is 1 week I'm in the negative. The next week I'm in the positive. I'm check. I'm at $2,000. Well, last week I'm in the hole about $1,200. So really, I ain't making up about $900. And that's not going home. Now, what I will say, running lease, you your own boss. So if dispatch call you, tell you, hey, we want you to go here, I ain't going nowhere. Take that and, you know what to do with it. I ain't got to tell you. I ain't running out. They can't tell you what to do. But that's part of the cost too. Home time, you ain't got to tell them, hey, I want to go home this day or that day and gotta wait before you get approved. I'm headed to the house. I don't know what to tell you. We got a load for you. I don't know what to tell you what to do with that load. I'm headed to the house. You can do that. You can do that. The payments ain't gonna stop though. They still come. So the longer you at the house, the more them bills gonna rack up. Like I said, you can play the fuel game, and it might be alright. Like I said, don't let me discourage you, y'all. Like I said, it's all about what you make. Now, that's spending your money. I mean, both sides has its perks. See, what else is a good thing about lease? You get, like I said, you could get you a brand new truck. You're your own boss. Dispatch can't tell you what to do. They can't force you to go nowhere. I mean, you go where you want to go. All that good stuff. You gotta pay for it though. Now, on to the company side. Now you're spending their money. Depending on the company, you might have forced dispatch. I mean, I don't really think they do that too much no more, but some companies do. You got to go. If it's forced dispatch, yeah, you got to go. Ain't no, you can't tell them where to put it below that. You got to run that. And you might make, well, I think the rates is high now. You might make 50 cents a mile. You know, you might not get a brand new truck, but it's 2025. You might be driving a 22. You know, versus if you leave or lease, you won't have a 25 brand spanking. You might even be ripping the plastic off the seats. You know, you company driver, you might be driving a little 22, 23 if you're lucky. 24 if you're very, very lucky. But you be driving a 22 or 23. Fuel. They might control your fuel. They might tell you, oh, you can only get fuel here, you can get fuel there. And if you're a really bad company, they're going to tell you how much fuel you got to get. I mean, you can only get 50 gallons here, sir. Ma'am. You can only get fuel at Pilot, ma'am, sir. Or at Love's or at TA, you know. We need to know 10 days, 14 days in advance before you decide to go home. You know, 10-hour break, then you gotta be up riding. Y'all do not mean that out there. What the fuck, excuse me. But it make me, you know what I'm saying? I wish somebody would tell me I only got 10 hours and I gotta wait for that. But y'all can't do what I do. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. Y'all, that's another video. But yeah, after your 10-hour break, we gonna need you up and driving. You know, this load got to be there by 8 a.m. You got 300 miles to drive. We need you to be up. Versus lease, this load gonna be late. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna call and reschedule it or do something, but I'm tired. I ain't going nowhere. The company can't do it. I mean, you know the magic words, you can. It's only if you know the magic word. I ain't gonna tell you what the magic word is. You gotta figure that out on your own. I had to figure it out. You gotta figure it out on your own. It ain't hard though. I will tell you that it ain't hard. You know the magic words. I've been asleep for about 12 hours. That's just me. Anyways, but Yeah, you, you gotta follow the rules when you come. But you notice I ain't talked about yet. That's how much money you gotta spend. Oh, let me jump back on a lease real quick because it's kind of reminding me. Now, something go wrong with the truck, you need oil, you need washer fluid, you know, you need anything for the truck. Guess who buying that? You they ain't gonna reimburse me though. No, that's your responsibility. Tire go out, you know, light bulb go out, fuse go out. Hell, you throw a rod in your engine, you need an oil change. That, oh yeah, that's you. That's your truck. You leasing that truck. That's all you. You got to cover that. That's what. How much we said was taking out for maintenance? 5 cents a mile. Yeah, we'll pay for it, but it's coming out of that. We'll even do you a solid if you ain't got enough in your maintenance account to cover the fees for this maintenance. We'll cover it for you, but we gonna need that back though. You know. So instead of taking this 5 cent out for maintenance, now we probably gonna take about 50 cent. You know, we might even do you a solid. We'll take a quarter out. No, that's still kind of steep. We're gonna take 15 cent because we like you. You know, we're gonna take 15 cent amount instead of the 10 cent. We need our reimbursement. We need our money back. So we're gonna take our 10 cent. And then once you pay it off, then that's when the money start accumulating again. Until then, you owe us. And keep your fingers crossed that don't nothing else happen to this truck. Because you ain't got no money to fix it. Because you already indebted to us. Now, what I ain't going to tell you is, if it do happen again, we'll pay for it again. Because like I said, we like you. We want to keep you moving, you know. Because you're making these truck payments for us. So we're going to keep you moving. But we need that back too. Now, jumping back to the company side, like I said, you notice I ain't said nothing about spending no money. And if you need oil, windshield wiper fluid, what else you may need for the truck? Coolant. Say, dispatch, I need this, I need that. Worst case scenario, they gonna say, well, hey, can you go in and get that? We'll reimburse you. Send us the receipt. We gonna reimburse you. But most of the time, they gonna say, all right, go in and give us the price after taxes. We gonna send you the EFS or com data or, you know, whatever they use for funding. We gonna send you that, and you go in and get what you need. Hey, that's the company job. You know what I'm saying? Said nothing about spending no money being company. Because you spending their money on the company. That's why I said at the beginning. Lease first company, you want to spend your money or you want to spend their money? It's a pretty easy choice for me. But yeah, tire blowout. Say breakdown. Yeah. I'm on the side of the road and this tire blew out. It's flat. You need to send somebody out here to fix that. Okay. Ain't costing me a dime. Oh, you need me to sign right? Yes. Send the bill to such and such transportation or, you know, whatever the company you work for. Yes, send them that bill. They gonna handle it. I'll sign it. You need my signature? I'll sign, yeah, for sure. But yeah, send that bill to them. uh, fuel, like, oh, I think we covered fuel already. Yeah, they paying for that too. Easy Pass and the insurance and all that and whatever else, yada yada yada. Yeah, they paying for all that. Uh, and you ain't getting no escrow nothing, cause you ain't spending no money. All the tax credit and all that they getting that. Oh, I forgot. Jumping back to the lease side. Now this fuel you spending now, you do get, well, depending on the company, you do get fuel surcharge. You know, at the end of the month, they, oh, well, you know, you spent this amount on fuel, you know, and across the states and all that. Here's your little fuel surcharge. I think the most I ever got for fuel surcharge was like $200. I'm saying, yo, fuel and spent about, I don't even give you a price tag how much fuel, but you gonna give me back $200 for fuel surcharge? You know, but with the other thing, you know, it wasn't this finger, guys. But pretend it's this finger, but it's, you know, this is my pinky right here. You know, it's doing that with the other hand, the other finger, to that fuel surcharge. But on the company side, you don't get none of that. They do. All the credits and all that, they get all that. But that's why they're telling you where to fuel and how much fuel to get, because they're trying to save money. And it's their money, so yeah, you gonna get fuel here, get fuel there. Whereas on the lease side, you can get fuel wherever you want to. I don't want to get fuel in no pile. I like going to Love. They got better rewards and all that. So I'm going to Love's. Or vice versa. Hey, we should do that. I'm gonna have to write that down. I've never seen that. Which truck stop is better out of the? We're on 3 maybe, but I guess we could say 4. No, because TA and Petro kind of the same. So we're on 3 maybe. What's the best one out of TA, Love's, or Poly? I'm gonna have to give y'all my opinion on that one. That's another video. That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to use that. But yeah, lease, whatever you want, you know, company. Oh, we only use Pilot, sir, ma'am, or Love's. Like the company I wear now. Oh, we only fuel at Love, sir. We don't use none of the other ones. If you're in a dire emergency, you know, you can pull up to a Petro. But we mainly fuel at Love's. And also, sir, you know, we try not to get no death there neither. You know, if you need death, make sure you swing by the terminal, grab you some death. We try not to get those. I mean, you can if you need it. Try not to get no death at Love, sir. Try to come to the terminal and get that. Because you was a company driver, you know, you got rules to follow. But that's cool though, because I ain't paying for it. I go to the terminal and get some death. I go to Love's and get some fuel. That's fine by me. Guess how many times my check gonna be in the negative though? None. I'm always in the positive. I can't go negative. Alright, y'all only gonna pay me, instead of getting $1.25 amount, I'm only gonna get, like I said, about 55 cent amount. But that's cool though. Ain't gonna be enough being a negative. And guess what? If I go home for a week, I ain't gotta come back and worry about being in a negative. You on that lease side, you go home for a week, you can bet your bottom dollar you in the negative when you come back. That you ain't getting paid that first week when you come back. You gonna get a check stub, and if it was how it was, it's gonna be red, and that means that's how much you owe. That ain't yours. Your bank account still gonna say whatever it was when you left home. Unless if you ain't spent no money. If you spent money, then it's gonna be below that. But yeah, that week you ain't getting no money. But company driver, I might not get as much money, but if I ran within that pay period, I'm gonna get a little something, something. Ain't gotta worry about being net. Always gonna make some. But now, being serious though, that's my take on lease versus company. Lease, you make more, you're spending more. Company, you make less, but they never. So really, truthfully, my wake-up call was when I did the math, because I was with the same company and I jumped on the lease side. I started out as company because my trainer, oh yeah, I'm a lease driver and I do this and do that, and I'm young and dumb. I don't know no better. I don't know no better. So I jump on company, but then hey, my trainer told me to go lease, so I'm gonna go lease. Then I started doing the math. Once I break it down, I'm making the same amount of money leasing as I do company. For me now. Like I said, 1 week I'm in the negative, the next week I'm in the positive. I'm in the positive good. But that week I'm in the negative, I ain't make no money. So that week in the positive, if I break it down and pay myself last week, I'm pretty much making the same amount of money if I was making if I was company. That's headache to me. But don't let me discourage you from I'm just simply giving you my lease versus company. And I heard everybody do away with leasing because my personal opinion also, leasing is highway robbery. I think that's why they're doing away with it. I heard something about that. I don't know how true it is. I ain't done my own research on it yet, so don't quote me on it. But I heard that they're doing away with it. And in my personal opinion, it is highway robbery. I won't do lease again. You couldn't pay me to do lease again. Oh. But I think that's about it, YouTube. I think I took enough of your time. We might do another video and speak on it a little bit more. But that's most of the gist of it. When it really comes down to it, you want to spend your money being a lease driver, or do you want to spend their money being a company driver? I'll let you decide. But at the end of the day, like I said, YouTube, truck driving in general, the career being a truck driver, is all what you make it. At the end of the day, that's what it all boils down to. It's all about what you make it. But yeah, that's my opinion on lease versus company. This is We Do It All. I told you we're going to do some one-on-one videos. It's our one-on-one time. This is us. I'm about to head to the sleeper, get some Z's. I might jump on a game. Resident Evil 3 next, maybe. I've been playing a lot of games, but I don't know what I really want to put on YouTube. I kind of want to finish my Resident Evil series because I haven't started it. But like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. You know everything YouTube tell you to do. What people on YouTube tell you to do. Do the same thing for me. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the views. Please like, subscribe. Help me get my channel up so I can do more, be better at it. Again, coming live from Memphis, West Memphis. See if I don't know how to operate this, but I'll give y'all a tool about we gonna go on a road trip. So I might record a video tomorrow. So we gotta go back to Dallas tomorrow. So I might give y'all a little road trip of that. Headed back to Dallas. But this has been We Do It All. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till next time, YouTube. Peace.